Thank you so much. I used to live in Malmö for a few years, but I still prefer to speak in English, even though I could probably get along in Skånsk. So a short introduction to Mendole is that we do construction. Right now, the majority of our company is within roofing, but we are entering both electrical contracting, plumbing, ventilation, and other building sectors. We have been going for over 10 years. We have been growing organically for the past 10 years of about 17 to 18% per year. We have been self-funding and have been profitable all the way. Today we have a turnover of about 120 to 140 million Danish kroner, which is around 200 million Swedish. And we are projecting EBITDA margin for 2025 of about 7.5 million Danish kroner, which is about 12 million Swedish, I think. We have 85 employees. We have 5 subsidies, and our plan is to grow via acquisitions. We want to do what Fasadgruppen and Bravida has been doing here in Sweden. We don't have the same model in Denmark yet, but we do have a very fragmented building services market in Denmark. Our target for 2028 is to triple our turnover and to triple our EBITDA as well. What is really interesting for me to look at is the fragmented market for construction services in Denmark. There are about 6,000 small companies in the sectors that we are working in. About 4,800 of them are less than 50 million Danish kroner in turnover, 75 million Swedish, and about 1,600 are in the target group that we are looking at. They are looking for a change of generation. They are getting close to their pension age, but their kids want to become YouTubers or Bitcoin miners or gamers or something else. They do not want to be on a roof at 6 o'clock in the morning or doing electrical work on a building site. And here is a big discrepancy between the amount of people who would like to have some kind of an exit within a certain period of time. They have very good companies that has operated very well for many years, but they don't have kids to take over. And we have been in discussion with a lot of them over the past 2 years, and we see that there is very few buyers in this market, and that's one of the reasons why we have set up. Our first acquisition was a year ago. We bought a small electrical contractor, which we have grown 5 times since then. That comes from the synergies of being in a group where we can kind of introduce each other to the same customers that we have. Here are the 5 companies that we have for now. Nimte Service and Nimte are roofing companies. Then we've got the electrical contractor. Nim Energy, they do BESS batteries, which is very popular in Sweden. The battery that helps the grid in changing. We haven't seen much of that in Denmark, but Nim El is one of the major installers of these and solar panels. And then we've got Polaris Light, which does energy optimization with LED lights. Here is our management and board of directors who has got quite strong track records. Thomas, for example, he used to be the CEO of Pharma Equity Group, which is a NASDAQ listed company. So he's a tremendous help for us. Right now, we are in the middle of our IPO process. We have the last day of subscription today, and we will ring the bell together with Spotlight on Wednesday. So that's going to be really, really exciting for all of us. And Thomas, he's tried it once before, and he's helping me all the way. Here is our M&A target, how we expect to hit 500 million in the next 3 years. As I said, mergers and acquisition is what we've been working at for preparing for a long time. So we have a lot of in the pipeline. It's not ready to be signed, but we have a good pipeline, so we believe that we can deliver on these targets. When you do an acquisition of a company with that strong ownership, it is very important for me that the owner wants to continue working with us for a very, very long time. That means that from the first day that I meet the founder of these companies until we sign the contract of us acquiring their company will take at least 1 year. So we started this already in 2024. So we have a pipeline that is quite mature, and we believe that we can deliver on what we are projecting. Roofing, plumbing, electrical contractor, ventilation, and then we've got something out there where we know that we need to do more for the green energy transition. We know that there are some very strong demands from the European government and the Danish government to put solar panels and batteries on everything before 2030. And when we put a new roof on a building, we give a 20-year warranty. If somebody else comes the day after and drill 8,000 holes in that roof to put solar panels on, that warranty is gone. So most of our customers who buy a roof from us, they will also buy solar panels and they'll also buy batteries. We will start in Zealand, which is the island of Copenhagen. And once we have a good foothold in that part of Denmark, then we will look to either Jutland or Skåne or both. But it's closer for me to get to Malmö than it is to get to Aarhus in Denmark. So it's something which we are very open to. And that's one of the reasons why we are listing on the stock market in Spotlight here in Sweden. The companies that we're looking at usually have a turnover of more than 20 million Danish kroner. And most of all, we need to have a very good relationship with the owners because we want them to stay with us for a very, very long time. That's my main concern with any acquisition. The guy who has built this up, he's a big part of, or he and she is a big part of this success, and we want him to join us for a few years going ahead. Here is some of the synergies that I mentioned before. We do have already proven that it works, the synergies between the companies. And we are very much looking forward to ringing the bell with Spotlight on Wednesday. We want all our investors to get to know us better, so we make a pretty big event in Copenhagen with over 500 investors coming there. We are introducing them to all of our companies and let them ask the questions, not from me, but from the management of each of our 5 companies. So we try to bring some more transparency to the market. And I think it's question time, more or less.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much. Interesting. I know that you have some statistics from the company that you acquired about a year ago. You have supported that company, you have made it grow, and you have seen some very good results. Could you give us could you explain a little bit more of the support that you have been given to the company and what the results have been?
Yes, so we bought NimEl, an electrical contractor, last year. They had a turnover of about 500,000 Danish kroner, so it was quite a small acquisition. What we did was that we wanted to prove that we can work within the electrical contractor field as well. We took away all the admin, so the guy don't have to do his tax reports at night and accounting and all of that. Got him to focus on the customers and then helped him get through the doors with a lot of the customers. And now within 12 months later, he is doing more than 5 million Danish kroner in revenue, so that's 10x for him. But more importantly, he's so happy that he can spend his time on what he started out 5 years ago when he founded the company. He wanted to be on projects and with customers, and we've brought him back to that and away from admin and all the other stuff.
Okay, perfect. And you are in roofing as of now, and you are looking forward into some new areas.
Yeah.
Out of those areas, are there any one of those, one or two, that are more interesting than others? Are you focusing upon entering electricity or heating or cooling or whatever?
Yeah, so plumbing and electrical contracting has got protection in Denmark. I think it's the same thing in Sweden. You need a certificate to add any water faucet or add any electrical contracts. So they have much higher margins. They have an EBITDA of about, on average, 10%, which is much higher than we usually see. And obviously, those are on the top of our list. On top of that, there is, a backlog of projects. So these two sectors, they maybe have 3 months or 9 months of projects already in line waiting.
Okay. The business model, could you explain that a little bit more? But as far as I've understood, you acquire a company, you pay by issuing shares in
Mendole.
In Mendole. And that is one of the reasons why you are looking to get the share floated, right?
Yes, we are only raising 4 million kroner, Danish kroner, which is 6 million Swedish kroner. So we have funded this all the way organically. So it's not like this was a necessity. We haven't got a burn rate at all. This is in order to go on a stock market and get a stock market listing so that we can use our shares as a part payment. We also want to do some payment by bank financed and other ways of financing this. But I would like as many different types of payments and financing as I can find. And that is one of the brilliant things that you find by being stock listed.
Okay. Question, yes?
Your IPO should be in today. It's kind of late-ish, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you going to extend the date or?
No, today is the end of our subscription period. So everybody has been sending in how much they would like to invest in Mendole. And then on Wednesday, we will be ringing the bell. And at that time, the shares that has been subscribed will be ready to trade.
One recommendation is, of course, to follow first day of trading and the following days. And if there is an interest, for example, there is the opportunity to buy. I understand what you're going to say. If it's going from 8 up until 16, yes, you've missed the. But if it's, which I don't hope, but if it's flat at 8, there is an opportunity to buy into the market, of course.
Yeah, I know. I would have loved to be here a week before, but I also look many years ahead, and most of our pre-subscribers are Swedish, so I'm gonna spend a lot of time here in the future as well.
So who knows? Maybe we have the opportunity to welcome you back about 6 months, maybe, or 7 months here when we have our coming meeting here.
Definitely.
Good luck, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.